All right, so a few people have popped into the stream saying Papa got like, have you seen what's going on with Fousey situation, this, that, the other thing, a FouseyTube situation, excuse me. I guess there was an update. I think that he kind of just spiraling out of control, frankly. There was that whole situation where he was at the airport and he was talking to a girl. I'm gonna put the link to my video in the description. He was talking to a girl there and they were chatting it up a little bit. They got a little bit of her backstory. She used to she had, you know, a situation going on there where she was like trafficked when she was younger, as like, I guess they call it a lot lizard, somebody like inside of for truckers. They had a conversation. He donated money to her. After that, you know, they ended up sleeping together, and people have been going in on him. To be honest with you, like, yeah, I think the behavior is inappropriate. I understand that she was drunk. You know, I know this is a hot take. You can consent when you're drunk. People need to understand that. It depends on how drunk you are versus how drunk the other person is that you're interacting with. It didn't seem like she was blackout drunk to a degree where she couldn't consent. She was probably just a little tipsy at the airport. He might have even been a little drunk. I don't really know. It didn't seem like he necessarily did anything super wrong. You know, he talked about how he used to get, you know, massage parlor things, obviously inappropriate behavior, but he didn't like sexually assault this woman. He didn't wear down her boundaries. You know, she probably, unfortunately, due to her trauma, probably expresses kindness in the ways that are different, you know, sexually, unfortunately. I think that's probably something to do with the traumatic experiences that she went through when she was trafficked. So, you know, he got hit. I think people, you know, I think people are they want to be on the right, so they see something that is like some aspects of it are inappropriate, and they decide that like he's the worst person in the world. They've been going in on him, and he's just been kind of spiraling out of control, and so now we're kind of here. So let's see what we got here.
Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about FouseyTube's recent downward spiral, because this is just insane to watch. So if you're not familiar with him, he's an old school YouTuber. He's been around forever. He gained a big following doing pranks and stuff like that. But internet fame and chasing clout is not good for this man, and he always ends up going through a manic episode and self-destructing. And that's what he's in the middle of right now, because he recently came back to the internet and decided to basically start live streaming his whole life.
Oh yeah, I think didn't he get a he got an offer to do for, maybe it was Kick or something, and then they rescinded the offer, and I think I saw him on the phone and he was like really upset about it. You know, I feel bad. I mean, I do feel bad for the guy. So.
Which again is a terrible idea for him, even though he has been getting a ton of views. He's probably been the most popular streamer this past month, and every day there's like 10 new clips of him going viral, but that's just made it worse.
I think this kid here is a real scumbag loser. I think he just constantly says provocative stuff on like Kick or Rumble or something for attention. And then my understanding is he's like, guys, come here and you can beat me up for $1,000 or something, but you won't be able to beat me up, blah, blah, blah. And then he got beat up. So I think I saw that clip somewhere, which is kind of funny. I don't remember the guy's name, and I'm frankly just not interested in talking about his name. But.
Because this man's ego was already big enough, and now that he knows he's one of the most popular streamers, he has just been going insane on his streams. And
yeah, he seems like he probably feels like he's back, you know? He's like, oh, I'm back. You know, he's going a little crazy.
Seems like the more fame he gets, the crazier he gets. So since he's at the top, it's really only downhill from here, and it's been going downhill for weeks now, at least in terms of his sanity. You know, in terms of views, he's been gaining more and more views because his streams are really entertaining, but it's terrible for his mental health. I mean, things are only going to get worse from here unless he takes a break, which he might have to now, because yesterday he called the cops on himself and got arrested, and the whole stream was just wild. Like one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I think people are saying
why did he call the cops on himself? Did he feel like he was going to engage in some kind of like self-harm or something?
He hasn't slept in days and he's off his meds. And then you combine...
Oh, if he hasn't slept in days, he's on drugs. That's like a very common thing when you're like on coke, that you just don't sleep. I wouldn't doubt it at all. He's probably like not dealing with this shit very well at all. So that's sad. You know, that's pretty sad for him.
And that with, I think he reached like 70,000 people watching him. So he just went ballistic. He showed up at some TikToker's house and got in a fight with him and slapped him around. And then he spit on his floor, and then he spit on him. So then he went back to his...
Who's the TikToker? The guy doesn't look familiar. I mean, it's a TikToker. Not that I know who TikTokers are, but...
Airbnb, and he got kicked out. So then he went to a hotel, and this troll streamer called him, and they started threatening each other. And then Fousey had the genius idea of calling the police and telling them he's being held at gunpoint. So then they showed up, and they handled the situation pretty...
Wait, what? Wait, Wait, they called the police to say that Fousey, whatever, was the one that was holding the other guy at gunpoint for clicks. They should get arrested for that. Isn't that like illegal to falsely call the police? It's a waste of resources too.
Pretty well because Fousey was losing it. He's flipping out at them. So they eventually had to cuff him and take him in. But let's start with the TikToker's house he showed up at because this was wild. Like, you know it's bad when you make a 19-year-old TikToker look more mature than you. So right when Fousey showed up, he saw this kid had a Lamborghini in his garage. And at first, Fousey seemed impressed by it. He's like, oh, good for you. That's awesome, man. But then he figured out this kid was a prank YouTuber, which is what Fousey used to do. And then Fousey asked him if he would admit that his pranks are fake. And the kid was like, you know, some of them are. And Fousey's like, no, all of them are. Like, none of them are real. You're full of...
Yeah, but what the thing is that nobody cares anymore. That was something people cared about back then, was like if your pranks were real or fake. But nobody cares about that anymore because they realize it's all just like entertainment. You want to have the illusion that it's real, but like it doesn't have to actually be real. So.
Shit, I admitted my pranks are fake, but nobody else will. And then he started getting really pissed.
Oh, he told the cops that he was held at gunpoint? Well, how just a fucking moron, dude? What's wrong with this guy?
At this kid.
7 years.
That's your Lamborghini?
Yeah.
That's your McLaren?
Yeah.
This is your house?
Yeah.
Good fucking shit, dog.
Why can I never
I
get
wasn't
good
smart
shit?
with my money. I wasn't smart. This shit at 19. You retired your parents already? You know, they're good. Yeah, good shit, dog. I'm proud of you. Jad?
I don't, maybe it's just me. He seems like he's on the drugs right now. Like, I mean, is it just me? There's just something about the way that he's talking that's just so bizarre. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Jack, what kind of content do you do?
Like check prank challenges. Something like
Fire. Do you do real pranks or fake pranks? Be honest.
Hey, depends on
They're fake as shit. Be honest. Own that
Depends on
shit.
you know, like
Own it. Your pranks are
no,
fake.
Hey, I give away money to
They're
people.
not real.
They're fucking real.
Giving away money to people is real, but you tell them, hey, I'm gonna do this and they give you money.
No, well, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but all your pranks are fake.
No.
Yeah, they are.
I can vouch for
right now.
some of the
Tell me
other
it's real or
skits. Some of
fake.
the other skits.
Who is this guy that he's hanging out with? I'm so curious.
That's the fakest shit ever. Pranks are fake. I had enough balls to say it. You're 19. Own your shit.
I said.
Well, he didn't have enough balls to say it. I'm pretty sure he got caught that they were fake. Someone came out and exposed. Not that, like, you should have known. And then he got, like, he had a bad interaction. Like, people were giving him shit for it. So he didn't really have the balls. He just got exposed for it. So why try to catch someone else on their grind, man? You know what I mean? If they're idiots that believe it's real, like, whatever. Let them believe it. What the fuck?
It is that deep because you're trying to stand on something that's not true. You're trying to build your business on you're trying to build your business on the lie. Fuck your Lamborghini. Fuck your McLaren.
Yo, that was the craziest switch up I've ever seen in my life. I was
Yeah.
from like good shit.
Yeah,
to-
Because he's on
bitches.
drugs.
2023. He's still faking TikToks and now he drives a Lamborghini. Don't be ashamed.
Well, he probably got the Lamborghini from his dad. Like, let's not pretend that this kid was unsuccessful, or didn't, like, and then all of a sudden he made a bunch of money for himself. Like, what's most likely true is that this kid has a rich dad and he was able to do dumb shit and get more rich. What the fuck? I'm getting dumpstered. Holy shit.
Game the fake pranks, dog. You're playing the game. You're a fucking hustler. None of your pranks are real. Stop.
Yeah, so right from the start, Fousey is not happy with this kid, Jad, I think his name is. I think because Fousey used to do pranks, and now he sees this younger kid doing it, and he's making a ton of money. So I think Fousey is definitely getting jealous here, because he's usually the one trying to flex on people. You know, he's always talking about all the money he has, and the kick deal he's about to get, and he's always bragging about all the viewers he has, and he's always comparing it to other people. So I think he's kind of envious here, and he's getting all defensive, but I don't know. I mean, there's no making sense of this. This guy's just on a manic episode. But I thought it was funny that...
Not sleeping doesn't mean he's doing coke. He also... Listen, man, you think that it's because of his bipolar that he's not sleeping for days? I just don't believe that. I'm sure that there are is that a symptom of bipolar, is to just not sleep? I feel like even if it is, it's massively different than not sleeping for days. I don't even think it is. Let's see. Fear of abandonment, unstable relationships, unclear, shifting image, impulsive, self-destructive behavior, self-harm, extreme emotional swings, chronic feelings of emptiness, explosive anger. Bro, I guarantee, like, the reason that I say that is because he has a history of drug use, I'm pretty sure, and coke keeps you awake for days. It's horrible, and then you crash. So I wouldn't doubt that he's on drugs. That's why I said that.
When he saw this kid's Lamborghini, he's like, oh, good shit. You know, I wasn't smart with my money. Like, it doesn't sound like this kid is either.
And also, like, they also most likely exacerbate his issues too. You know, being on drugs will exacerbate whatever issue you have with, like, whatever other mental health issue could do that as well. So, you know, I still stand by that.
He's got a Lamborghini and a McLaren, and he's a
speculation.
19-year-old TikToker. Like, he's probably heading in the same direction as Fousey. So then when they get in the house, Fousey starts questioning this girl in there, and he's acting like she's being held against her will or something. And then the TikToker runs over. He's like, what is going on here? Why are you questioning her so much? He's like, well, I know you're in here doing drugs and just trying to have sex with her. And a lot of it just seems like projection from him. And remember, Fousey is 33 years old doing this kind of stuff. It's crazy.
Damn, he's
and then he gets in
33.
this
Seems like
TikToker's
fucking
face
40.
and starts yelling at him, and it is so bizarre.
Why are you in a man's house if he's not your boyfriend? Hold on, have you slept with him?
Hey, why are you questioning her?
Because you're trying to fuck. girl tells your money and shit.
No, she lives here.
Okay, good. Tell me that then. I'm trying to protect her if she was. You guys do coke, you do.
No, he does any of that.
He does. He does. I know.
Like no one.
What's an act? What's an act, pussy?
Whatever. That was a lot of breath.
Oh. Y'all can't even stand on what you said. You're pussies. How do you expect a girl to feel your penis? You're the type of guy to go full deep into a girl and say, "Do you feel it yet?" No, she doesn't feel it.
Why did they even let this dude into the house? Like, obviously, this is their quest to be popular, to have the Fousey meltdown. Maybe they paid him to have the meltdown. I don't know. This fucking shit's crazy, bro. Holy fuck. There's just no way. I'm just like I said. I mean, I think it's more than just BPD, bro. I think there's a lot going on. This guy's like hardcore projecting right now.
Take more Viagra. She doesn't feel it because you don't know how to fuck. You don't know how to be a man. You're a cuck. You're the type that lets your wife get doing OnlyFans to get by a black guy like Adam 22.
What the fuck?
Adam 22 is your god. Y'all believe in the devil.
Okay.
Suck my dick. I'm here and I'm in your house. Throw me out. Tell me.
You believe in the devil? Also suck my pee-pee. Oh, okay. That's something the devil would say, sir. Okay. That's something the devil would say.
Anything else?
Rude language.
When you got on the floor.
I did. Kick me out your house if you don't like it.
Yeah, so it is funny.
Poop on the floor?
Anything else? When you got on the floor.
Oh, he got some ashes on the floor. Yeah, he's just being weirdly, intentionally disrespectful. Such a weird fucking dude.
I did. Kick me out your house if you don't like it.
Yeah, so it is funny watching Fousey bully this kid in his own house for no reason, pretty much.
I don't think it's funny. I think it's almost scary for this kid because Fousey's a loose cannon, man. Like, it's not like, I don't know, it could go off at any second, like really, really go off.
But it's just embarrassing for the most part, you know, to be 33 years old and acting like this, and to be
33 years old. There's nothing wrong with that.
all intimidated by a 19-year-old TikToker, and it just keeps getting worse.
True.
Like him and Fousey go out to his balcony, and then Fousey starts bragging about all the money he has, and he says he's got more money than this kid.
Okay.
So the kid's just like, all right, let me see your bank account. And Fousey's like, well, I don't have any money right now, I'm broke, but I don't need money to be the man. And this kid's like, what is going on here? Like, is this for real?
You know you're getting embarrassed like crazy right now?
Nah, man, I'm not embarrassed for anything. You should be embarrassed for what you're acting like.
You know you're
That's
getting
true.
I can't fucking cook. I'm fucking 19, you're 30, trying to fucking roast a 19.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you you're with your correct news. I'm 33 and I'm worth over $50 million.
I can't. Andy, please fucking watch.
What are you worth?
Probably more than you.
I'm worth over $50 million. What are you worth?
How is he worth $50 million if he has no money? What does that even mean? The fuck?
Paying $17 million in that.
What are you worth?
If we're
You
joined
want
by
to show bank accounts? I signed my kick deal tomorrow.
Let's do it.
I'll pull up my bank account and
right
show
now,
you.
go bank account right now.
No, I have no money right now.
Wait, he just said that he'll show his own. Wait, why would he offer to show his bank account or bring up bank accounts if his bank account says he has no money in it? What the fuck? The way that Fousey is, or how do you say Fousey? Is it Fauci? Is this the guy for COVID? The way he's acting is like that one guy who always talks about how he used to have like 2.4 million followers on TikTok, but like he doesn't anymore, so he has to like stop talking about it. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing for that guy.
Why are you acting like that, bro?
I don't need money.
I don't even act like that.
I don't need money.
You don't deserve money if you don't act like that.
I don't need money to know I'm a motherfucking man. I know I'm a man.
I'm a
if I was
man.
broke. I knew I was the man even when I had no money.
I'm a
Even when I had
man.
no
I'm
bitch,
a
even when I had no
male.
manager. Everything that you are in life is because of what you wear. You think you're a man because of this chain. You're 4'6", dog. You're short as shit. You're ugly as shit. You're not Conor Reynolds.
Hey, we love a short king. Am I right, guys? Nothing wrong with a short king.
Not Bryce Hall. Nobody knows you, dog. You're a Z-list. You're a piece of...
Damn.
I spit on the ground.
Bro,
and
there's
walk
no
on.
way you're real, bro.
I did that.
Alright, yo.
I did that. Well,
Don't get this guy
Bro.
some kick money. He's gonna blow it. Nah, like for real.
Guys, get this guy out of here. He's acting like a crazy guy.
Find
Me
God.
too. God would not
I
let you
pray
act
5
like
times a
that.
day. God loves you.
That doesn't mean shit if you act like that. For real.
And this kid's definitely right about the kick deal. I mean, they'd be insane to give him a ton of money. You know, he's getting a lot of views right now, and it's entertaining and everything. But you cannot.
But he's a threat to the brand. That's why I think they canceled the kick deal because he really is. I mean, he's just too fucking unhinged to be able to represent the company well. You know, your streamers represent your company, and if you have somebody that's acting like this, and especially since he's irrational and he can't be reasoned with, I mean, like, why would you want this person to be, you know, representative of your company? It's not going to go well for you at all.
I keep this up for much longer. I mean, this man is imploding, and it's not going to end well. Like, it might already be over for him after the stream because he just continued to embarrass himself.
Made it to 8. Yo, you're a little bitch.
Oh, he's throwing water at him, and their shirts are coming off.
Yo, imagine being 33 years old. And, yo, get me some water bottle, Sean. Give me some fucking. You're lucky
I made friends
I don't know why they don't kick him out.
with their security.
Hey, now we can't box with the whole.
Damn.
You punch like a bitch too.
Slap the dog shit out of you. I slapped the dog shit out of you.
You punch like a.
What the fuck? Did he just lick his hand afterwards? Dude, Jesus Christ. I know this is going to be like, I almost feel like, I almost feel bad for this guy because, like, listen, this, I almost feel bad for this Fousey guy right now because he is the biggest piece of shit in this situation, but also this kid and everybody around him knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying punish this kid or anything like that. My point I'm saying is that, like, they know this guy's unhinged. They still haven't asked him to leave the house. He has security. He has the ability to kick this guy out. At this point, it seems like they're kind of playing it up to try to get him to be antagonized and to go too far. That's what it seems like to me as part of it. You know, it doesn't remove that Fousey is acting like a child and needs to be held accountable for that. But I mean, this is part of like the way that this stuff works, man. So I feel like it's like a twofold effort. Fousey's in a bad mental space. He's acting like he's a time bomb, and this kid is a TikToker that wants attention, and he's like, okay, let me keep him here and agitate him. But it's easy to agitate him because he's on probably drugs, and he's probably off of the other meds that he actually needs to be on. You know, so it's just like a collection of different situations there.
I still have to dog 5 fingers to the face. You're like a bitch. Sorry, my bad. No, hey, I smacked your dog. What is happening? Hey, my dick is hard. My dick is hard. Your bitches want me. Your bitches want me.
No one wants you. You're a bitch. You're a sad life. Yeah, who the f does that shit?
Me. Me.
You need to be humble. That is crazy.
Suck my
You're
dick.
33 years old. Act like that's what a 19-year-old.
Grass. Let me piss on his grass. I'm gonna piss on your grass. My dick is out. I'm pissing on your.
That's usually where you piss. I mean, not usually where you piss. Actually, I mean, I usually piss in the house, but sometimes it's not bad. You spend less water, you know, pissing in the grass.
Grass. I'm pissing on your grass.
You slapped me. You should have done way more damage than that, buddy. Go back to the gym. Go get your fucking motivation back and go fucking get your little fucking. Wow, he's spitting.
See, he's back outside to yell at. I mean, he also might just be angry and want to yell at the guy, but yeah, man, I think that this, I don't know, whatever. It's not
Yo,
good.
take away his kick deal, buddy. Give me that bread. I'll take it. I'll be goated. Unlike him, yo. Yo, this guy doesn't deserve shit.
I showed everybody how to live life. I showed everybody how to treat women. I showed everybody how to respect brothers. I showed everybody how to fight for yourself. I showed everybody how to get sober. I did that shit. You want to take it all away because I spit on a dude who's whoring out a girl out of his bedroom?
What?
And he's doing coke every day, pulling out Mollies and Percocets? You want to defend him because I spit in his face? I'll spit in his face again. He's the devil.
Yeah, so then after all this, he tweeted out he wanted $77 million from Kick. And if he wasn't so unhinged, he might be able to get something like that because he is getting a ton of views. But
Really, $77 million? I feel like he would have never been able to get that much, but I'm sure he could get something.
since his content is basically him having a meltdown every day and acting like a lunatic, I don't know why they'd give him this money. But he claims today he's going to be signing some contract, but I doubt it after what happened last night.
I could have swore I saw a clip that was him like losing a contract deal, like, or maybe that was just a speculation of it.
Because things just continued to get worse. He went back to his Airbnb and he was just ranting about nonsense, and then he got kicked out. So then he went to a hotel, and then
I
this
was
troll.
to say, how would the Airbnb feel about that guy being in there? I'd want him out of there too. He'd probably destroy the fucking thing. So, Jesus Christ.
Streamer called him, and apparently this guy has been calling his parents and stuff. Like, this is a terrible person too. But Fousey got in an argument with him, and then they started threatening each other. And then for some reason, Fousey called the cops on himself and said he's being held at gunpoint. Like, I don't know what he was thinking here. I mean, obviously he wants them to go arrest the troll streamer, but I don't know how he thought this was a good idea. But clearly he's just not thinking at all. He's having some kind of episode. So eventually the cops show up, and they handle the situation pretty well, considering Fousey is just losing his mind, and he's flipping out and yelling at them.
Yeah, they probably got some of that new mental health training that police officers have been doing. Because they've got probably assuming that he's just fucking bad shit at this point. So.
There's a gun to my head right now. There's a gun to my head. Help, ma'am, he left. Ma'am, he left. There's a gun to my head. Help, get them. Help.
He left, but there's a gun to my... Okay.
Bye. Ma'am, Intercontinental, what's my room number? Help, tell me. 2027. That's what I have to do to get help. He threatened my life tonight. He said exactly where I am out loud. Room, everything. I literally told him, if I see you, I'm sticking a knife 9 inches in your neck and I'm sliding it down your penis. He gave me his address.
I don't know where you're staying at.
I don't, he's a stalker.
Okay, and who is this guy?
I don't know.
How do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he's
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are dumb as
Yeah, at this point they have to arrest him because he's a danger to himself. Jesus Christ.
man. You guys are literally dumb as all y'all. Hey, record this. Security.
What's going on, brother? You
Come
at the
in here
gym?
now.
Very cool.
Yo, for my protection, come in here. He can't come in? Y'all are... I'm suing all y'all. My life is in danger and you arrest a Palestinian Muslim who's viral? Are y'all dumb or are you stupid? Do you like your job? Hey, free Fousey!
Yeah, so all that happened in one night. I mean, this guy is all over the place, but after this, I would imagine he's got to take a break. Like, this is not good for him. But let me know what you guys think about it all down in the comments, and then make sure you go check out my Patreon account. There's a ton of exclusive content up there. Just a few weeks ago, I posted a video about the FouseyTube airport bathroom situation, and I just recently posted a video about Tim Dillon versus the Airbnb owner when he got kicked off Airbnb, and there's a ton of other content on there. Like, if you want to hear about some of the cringiest Joe Rogan Experience episodes, or if you want to hear about the downfall of Miley Yiannopoulos or the downfall of Adam 22, or Michael Richards, you know, Kramer's infamous meltdown at the Laugh Factory. If you want to hear about any of that stuff, make sure you go check out the Patreon account. I'll put a link in the description. And then make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you at the next video.
Okay. Well, interesting.